This was not the video I expected to make today. I wanted to show you how warm our garage was, how awesome the new boiler was, but we get a temperature check here and it is only 43 degrees in the garage right now, which is pretty good considering we still don't have heat. So let's get to the reason why you are all here and investigate the boiler issues we're having. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Detached Garage. The boiler saga continues. We are not operational. It's super cold out. There is ice starting to form around all of the local lakes here in southeastern Wisconsin, and this thing is not working yet. So let me get the camera flipped around. I was supposed to show you a wonderful installed running boiler in this video and the process we went through to get there, but that's not gonna happen in today's episode. So let me get the camera flipped around and I will show you what is wrong with our brand new boiler. All right, guys, so lay of the land here. We have the cover off the boiler. We've got a lot going on, but the big thing is the boiler is not working. So we got our relay on the wall. We've got our thermostat on the wall. We haven't hard mounted anything. We've got this outlet is live, and we've got all the electrical hooked up, as well as this pump to the relay and the boiler as well. So let's get up on this ladder here and show you that this boiler has been doing a little bit of leaking. And when I say little, I mean an absolute shower. So you can see fluid down there, and this is the culprit right here, the heat exchanger. Manufacturing defect. We pressurized the entire system with the pump, went up to 20 PSI and did fine. And there was a pop, and fluid immediately went up the fan and started coming out of this tube and showered the entire boiler. So we were like, oh, well, that's weird. That's the intake tube for the fan, so it's not really supposed to do that. And then on top of that, it is slowly, you can kind of see the fluid up here, it is slowly seeping out of this igniter over here. So there is glycol and water where there is not supposed to be glycol and water. The boiler powers up just fine, goes through its cycles, everything, but then when it tries to ignite it, it can't. We were checking the ducting, we were checking all of that to see if there was blockage where it wasn't getting oxygen or able to push the air out. And it wasn't the case, but we were getting no ignition failure, and that is because there is water where the flame is supposed to be. So not ideal, not Blue Ridge Company's fault at all. This is just a manufacturing defect on the boiler. So huge shout out to Blue Ridge Company, who has sent me out a brand new boiler. We are going to need to undo a lot of what we just did, take this unit off the wall and put the new one up, which shouldn't be too bad. Let's get back on the ground. So this is kind of a bummer because we wanted the garage to have heat, but it's not the biggest deal in the world. This is super heavy to take off the wall. The biggest thing that we're gonna lose is some glycol water mixture. So I've ordered another gallon of glycol that will be here shortly. And this is just gonna have to get cleaned up a little bit. We're probably gonna spill a bunch. So really what we need to do is take off the inlet and the outlet on the water system here. We also need to disconnect the gas line. And then we also need to disconnect this pressure relief valve here, or pressure relief pipe that goes to the pressure relief valve, and then take off the intake and exhaust from the PVC pipe. So once we do that, we can pretty much just take this boiler off the wall, put the new one up, rehook everything I just described to you back up, and then get this thing, get the pump flowing through and get the air out of the system as much as possible again. So not the worst thing in the world. We just have to pretty much unscrew our connections and then screw them back on, make sure they don't leak. So not ideal, but that is where the boiler saga is currently, and I can't wait to get heat in this garage. So again, a huge shout out to our sponsor, Blue Ridge Company, who's getting a brand new boiler sent to me right away. We're gonna wait for that to come in. We'll pull this one off the wall. We'll put that next one up, and hopefully we don't have the same manufacturing defect again. It happens. It's not very common at all, but it does happen. So huge shout out to their support, especially getting back to me over Thanksgiving weekend to let me know that they're on it and they're talking with the manufacturer of the boiler and they are getting things handled. So if you have any questions, please put those down in the comments below. I know this isn't the video I wanted to make or that you wanted to see. It's really, really impressive how warm the garage is still staying, because we have been below freezing now for quite a few days in a row, with lows in the teens and highs in the low 30s or high 20s for the past few days, and we're still 43 degrees. Now, that probably has something to do with the passive solar that we've got, as well as the insulation, and potentially leaving the door open to the house a few times and letting some heat in. But overall, I am super happy with how warm this garage is staying, even though it's been below freezing outside. I probably wouldn't be saying that if it was actually in the zeros and the negative temperatures. We would definitely be below freezing in the garage, but everything for the most part is staying to temperature. Thanks so much for watching Detached Garage. Again, if you have any questions, please put them down below, and I hope to catch you in the next episode.